Welcome to Spoken English HQ. Let's practice.
Real conversations for better English.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Spoken English HQ podcast. I am Louisana, and as always, I am joined by my wonderful co-host Benjamin. How are you today, Benjamin?
Hi, Louisana. I am doing fantastic, and I am very excited about today's topic because it is the #1 mystery that drives our students crazy. They always ask us, why do I forget words so fast?
Oh, the great mystery of the disappearing vocabulary. Let's paint the picture for our listeners. I am sure this has happened to you. It is a great study day. You sit down, you open a video or a book, and you discover a beautiful new word. Let's say the word is gorgeous. It means very, very beautiful.
A lovely word. And in that moment, you feel like a genius. You say it out loud. You write it carefully in your notebook. Maybe you even use it in a sentence. What a gorgeous sunset. You feel proud. You think, I will never forget this word. It is mine forever.
Yes, forever. And then, 3 days later, you are in a real conversation. You want to say that exact word. You open your mouth and nothing. It is gone. You remember that it started with the letter G, and it had something to do with beautiful, but the word itself has completely disappeared.
The classic tip of the tongue panic. The word is hiding somewhere in your brain, but you cannot catch it. And then comes the most painful part of all. Show them, Louisiana.
You open your old notebook, the one full of all the words you learned, and you look at the pages, and it is like a complete stranger wrote them. Cheerful? When did I learn that? Stubborn? I have no memory of this word at all. Who wrote this?
And right after that, the dark cloud arrives. The guilt and the frustration appear. You start telling yourself a very negative story. You say, what is the point? I study, and it all just falls out of my head. Maybe I have a bad memory. Maybe my brain is just broken for languages.
That is exactly the trap, Benjamin. This is what we call the leaky memory trap. We believe that if we see a word one time, we should remember it forever. We think learning is like taking a photo. One click, and it is saved permanently. But let me tell you something directly. That is not how the human brain works. Not for you, not for me, not for anyone. Forgetting is not a sign of a broken brain. Forgetting is completely normal and natural.
It really is. Your brain receives thousands of pieces of information every single day. If it kept all of them with the same strength, your head would explode. So your brain is smart. It makes a decision. Is this information important? Did this person use it again? No? Okay, I will let it go. Forgetting is your brain cleaning the house. So, if you are listening to us right now and you feel ashamed because you forget words, please take a deep breath. Stop blaming your memory. You do not have a bad memory. You just have a normal, healthy, human memory.
Exactly, Benjamin. Understanding that forgetting is normal is the very first step. Because if you think forgetting means failing, you will feel terrible every single day. And we want learning to feel light and hopeful, not heavy and sad.
That is beautifully said, Louisana. Now, let's look under the hood. Let's talk about the real mechanism. Why does a new word disappear so easily while other words stay forever? What is actually happening inside the brain?
Well, Here is the key. When you learn a new word for the first time, that memory is very, very weak. It is brand new. It has almost no roots. Scientists have a perfect word to describe a memory in this early, weak state. It is a wonderful adjective. Let's say it slowly together. Fragile.
Fragile. What a perfect B2 level adjective for our listeners to absorb. Let's repeat it one more time, slowly. Fragile. It means something that is weak, delicate, and breaks very easily, like a thin glass or a soap bubble. If you do not take care of it, it disappears.
That sounds natural. You know, many learners say a word is easy to forget, and that is fine, it is correct. But the word fragile is much more precise and mature. When you say, "A new word is fragile in my memory," you are describing exactly that delicate, weak state where the word can break and disappear at any moment.
Exactly. So the new word is not lost forever, it is just fragile. And here is the most important idea of the whole episode. Every time you see that word again, every time you use it again, the memory becomes a little bit stronger. It goes from fragile to solid, from weak glass to strong stone.
That is such a freeing idea, Benjamin. We do not forget words because we are stupid. We forget them because we only met them one time, and one time is not enough to make a fragile memory strong. The word needed to be repeated, and it never was.
Precisely. So the secret to remembering is not to study harder or to feel guilty. The secret is to meet the word again and again, a few times over a few days. Every meeting protects the fragile memory and makes it permanent. This is what experts call spaced repetition. But you do not need the science name. You just need to remember one thing: see it again.
So the problem was never your memory. The problem was that we treat new words as if they are already strong, when really they are fragile and they need our protection.
That is the heart of today's episode, Luisana. You do not have a leaky brain. You just have not protected your fragile words yet. And once you learn how to protect them, they will stay with you for life.
I love that, Benjamin. To help our audience really see this, let me give you a simple analogy. Imagine that every new word in your brain is like a path through a forest. Stay with me here.
A path through a forest. Okay, I'm listening. Tell me more.
So, imagine a wild forest full of tall grass. The first time you learn a new word, it is like walking through that grass one single time. You leave a very thin, soft trail. You can barely see it. And what happens to a thin trail if nobody walks on it again?
Oh, the grass grows back. In a few days, the trail disappears completely. It is like you never walked there at all. The path is gone.
Exactly! And that is your fragile word. You learned it once. You made a thin trail, and because you never walked it again, the grass of your busy life grew back and covered it. The word disappeared. That is why your notebook feels like a stranger wrote it.
But here is the beautiful part. What happens if you walk the same path again tomorrow, and again the day after, and again next week?
The trail gets wider and stronger. The grass cannot grow back because you keep walking on it. After enough times, that little trail becomes a clear dirt road. And if you keep going, it becomes a solid stone road that will never, ever disappear. That is a word you will remember for the rest of your life.
So in your daily life, instead of feeling sad when you forget a word, you can use a calm, healthy micro-conversation. Let's show them how it works, Luisana.
Ugh, I forgot that word gorgeous again. I think my memory is terrible. Maybe I should just give up.
Don't worry, that is completely normal. It is still fragile. Let's just review it a few more times and it will stay.
Beautiful. Did you hear that? It is still fragile. Let's just review it a few more times. That response is so calm and so kind. You are not blaming yourself. You are simply walking the path again. You are protecting the word instead of punishing yourself.
Yes, because when you understand that forgetting is just a thin trail, you stop panicking. You simply walk it again and again until the road is solid. That is how memory really works.
Welcome, everyone, to our favorite part of the episode, the word tour section. This is where we take one advanced piece of English vocabulary and turn it into a real tool you can use today. Today, we are highlighting a precise, powerful B2 level verb that is perfect for this topic: to retain.
Oh, to retain is such a useful verb. Let's pronounce it carefully. To retain. In daily life and in learning, to retain means to keep something, to hold it and not lose it. When you retain information, the information stays inside your mind. It is much more precise than just to remember. To remember is the moment you catch the word. But to retain is the power to keep it, to hold it for a long time so it does not slip away.
Exactly. For example, instead of saying, "I want to remember more words," you can say, "I want to retain more vocabulary." It sounds mature, clear, and strong. You are talking about keeping the words permanently, not just for one day.
I love that, Luisana. And here is the practical question for our listeners. How do we actually retain words instead of losing them? Here is your micro action for today, and it is very simple. Do not just reread your words. Instead, close your notebook and try to remember them from your own mind first.
Yes, this is the real secret to retaining. We call it active recall, but you can just call it the close the book test. When you force your brain to search for the word, even if it is hard, even if you fail, you are walking the forest path. That effort is exactly what makes you retain the word forever.
Absolutely. Reading a word again is easy, but it only makes a weak trail. Trying to remember it with a closed book is harder, but it builds a strong stone road. So today, take just 5 words, close your notebook, and test yourself. That little struggle is how you retain.
So let's say it together one more time. To retain. I want to retain this word. I am building a strong path so my brain can retain it forever. You know, Benjamin, when you understand how fragile memories become strong, something deep changes. English stops being a frustrating game where words keep escaping from you, and you stop telling yourself that old, sad story. The story that you have a bad memory, because it was never true. Learning stops being a heavy, frustrating chore, and it becomes a calm, patient process that you actually trust.
Yes, for so long, you saw yourself as the person with a terrible memory who forgets everything. But now, you understand the truth. Every time you walk the path again, you change that story. Little by little, you become a patient learner who knows how to retain. Not a perfect brain, but a smart, gentle system. And that is so much more powerful.
That is the real transformation, Benjamin. The goal was never to remember everything after one time. That is impossible for every human on Earth. The goal is to walk your paths gently, again and again, and trust that the fragile words are becoming solid roads inside you.
So, as we close today's episode, we want to leave you with a message of deep self-compassion. If today you forgot a word you knew last week, please do not be hard on yourself. You did not fail. The trail was just covered by grass. Smile, walk it one more time, and let it grow strong. Be patient with your beautiful, normal, human brain.
You are so right, Benjamin. If this conversation helped you understand your own mind a little better, please don't forget to subscribe to Spoken English HQ podcast. Give this video a thumbs up and leave us a comment below. We really want to know, what is one word that you always forget? Write it down for us and let's walk that path together.
We cannot wait to read your responses. Thank you so much for spending your valuable time with us. Take care of yourselves, walk your paths gently, and remember, forgetting is not failing.
Have a beautiful week, everyone. Be compassionate with your memory, and see you in our next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.